What up, though? My name is Chuck, and I'm producer of the Return of Woodward Mack.
It's the Big Dog Blast, aka Woodward the Mack.
What's up? I'm DJ, writer, director, producer, co-star of The Return of Woodward Mack.
And we just been narrated by Tasha.
What's up, Tasha?
Welcome to the Narrative Club. We do the critiques for books and movies you love. Now welcome to the Narrative Club. We do the critiques for books and movies you love.
Welcome to the Narrative Club.
Thanks for having us.
I was saying nobody gonna say nothing. Yeah, they're laughing. It's an honor to sit here with the new production company, right? First film ever, right?
Yes.
Let me know what's going on.
I'm gonna let DJ start because he kind of brought me into this too.
Okay.
Well, my company is Money Game Media, and we doing our first film. It's called The Return of Woodward Mack, that I wrote, directing, producing, and co-starring in. Pretty much wrote the movie he got this character called Woodward Mack that he was doing, and he was getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people was loving it, and I'm like, it would be dope if I can get Big Dog Blast in the movie, man, and
I think I saw that on Instagram.
yeah, so I just went and I wrote it and messed around with Chuck, man. He like, man, you gotta, he helped me critique it a little bit because this is my first film I ever wrote, so, and it's just coming together. So I hit up Big Dog Blast and told him, I said, man, I got the script, you know what I'm saying, man, I'm ready to start filming. He like, when you ready, I'm ready. And we just been working, man, putting it all together.
And you're ready.
We ready. It's been interesting, it's harder than I thought it was putting a movie together, especially when you on a certain type of budget,
Speak about it though. Speak about it. That's what a lot of people be scared to touch that though.
Yeah,
they do, and it's like I have to say like, okay, people not gonna respect it because they don't know. Like people think like, oh, they just no, they don't know. It's sacrifices, sacrifice time and money.
Man, sacrifice time, sacrifice for sure, because you taking away from over here to be able to put in something that you don't even know what's going to happen.
Wait till you get deep into the filming process.
You just got the vision and the dream and the hopes of it blowing up and being something that you believe that it can be. So the sacrifice part, I think, is more than
It is.
anything.
The sacrifice is when you get to the middle of it, just don't quit.
Oh no, I ain't.
Just don't quit. Because when you get to the middle of it, you're going to be like, the hell was I even thinking? like it's too much. And then you're going to be like, when you get to the finish. Because see, we have a rule here in Detroit. So the independent, a finished product, you already won.
Right.
Out the gate. Once it's finished and everybody came and seen it, whether nobody liked it or not, be like, hey, I finished a project.
Right. I did it though.
I finished a project because it takes a lot to finish a project.
Yes.
And especially like you at the beginning stage, like, woo, I ain't know it was gonna cost this, or I ain't know, or when it's taken away from time from your family and stuff like that. That's why the sacrifice come in, because it's like it's gonna be long nights, very early mornings, long weeks and stuff like that. But it's what made you just want to write a script? You never wrote one before?
Man, I always wanted to write movies. I always was interested in being in movies. It was just, I was always doubting myself about taking the step. And I ain't gonna mention the person's name, but I was on set of somebody else's movie, and I just saw how they was doing it, and I just saw like, man, they not even professional for real. But the fact that he was doing it though, you know what I'm saying? That was the thing, like, that was the one thing that I didn't have. So as much as I wanted to do it, I didn't take the first step. But this guy took the first step, whether it was unprofessional or not.
He did it.
He took the first step, and it just sparked something in me, like what am I waiting for? And then I was like, man, you know what? I might just do it. And the opportunity just came to me. I'm like, I've been cool with Big Dog for a while, and then he was doing the character. I'm like, man, this is the opportunity right here. put him in a movie, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never acted before, and it's like it just all come around, just, you know, blow me up as a writer, you know, and, you know, blow him up as a, you know, an actor, you know, and help his brand.
How did you come up with, what is it?
It was a character, I'm trying to think what year it was. It was probably like 2017. I had a little time off work from radio, and I was just sitting in the house and, you know, like looking at Instagram, and I created the character. First, he was I was doing different characters, and he was the one that stuck out the most to everybody. And so somebody at my job was like, "So what's his name?" I was like, "I don't know, just somebody I'm doing." So they gave me the name, called him Woodward, and I just added Woodward the Mack to him, and then I just really started going hard on him, buying clothes for him, and platform shoes with the fish in them. And
yeah, you had a wig.
Yeah. And once I started seeing people at my radio station all tuned in, because I didn't know how I was. I mean, I started seeing the numbers going up, but I really wasn't paying that much attention to it. And, you know, a lot of people started wanting to be in the scenes with them. I'm like, damn, this is pretty big, you know. So after that, then DJ was quoting everything that I was doing, and, you know, like, the scenes that I was doing, I'm like, damn, that shit must really be nice. So that's when he came to me saying, "Oh, hey, you want to do the movie?" And I was like, all right, I'm with it. And it took him a little minute. He finally gave me a script, and I looked it over. I was like, dang, this sounds pretty good right here. So I was with it. Can't wait to really get started and get knee deep in it.
Y'all look so excited. How y'all get Chuck? I know Chuck like to touch everything.
I just walked into one meeting, he was there, so I...
That's how it always goes. You're gonna walk into a meeting.
West Side Chuck gonna be right there.
So it's like,
And it's your second producer.
yeah, this is my second production, second film as a producer. But you know, you personally know, I be behind the scenes on, I'm gonna say humbly, like 50% of the movies that get done in the city, humbly.
Humbly.
But, you know, so me and DJ, we always cross paths. Me and Big Dog always cross paths just being in the entertainment industry. And what's funny is me and DJ end up both managing a strip club together. And that's how we got cool. Yeah. So we was both the manager, we worked together. So, and we just built a relationship like that. And one thing I want to touch on, the script was wrote pre-pandemic. So the movie was supposed to get filmed before the world got shut down, everything.
So you've been sitting on this for a minute.
For a minute. So we on God's time. You know, it's no time like the present. You know, everybody make their plans, but then you got to move on the time when the time is right, when the stars align.
So for sure, we had planned on filming this movie.
So what?
Actually, me and DJ had planned on shooting it ourselves.
Yeah.
I wasn't even involved.
It was me and him just like, well, we can do it. You've been shooting them scenes, so we should be able to do this. And I was with it too. I was willing to try. But I was so glad when he said, you know, because I was saying, I said, well, you know, yeah, I feel those 1 minute scenes with me, and I'm thinking, but now we talking about a whole movie production. I'm like, shit. I'm willing to try, but shit, I don't know how this is gonna come out. So when he told me he had a whole production team, I felt more confident in doing it. You know,
because that means you get to do your job.
Exactly. So
it take a strong, and listen, because this is what I do. I go out and look it, right? Mm-hmm. And I could tell if you was one of the people who was 10 different spots, I'm like, because it shows in your work, if you could pull it off. Mm-hmm. I know, I think I got one here that does it so well that you like, oh, wow. You did this and did that, Right. But he's right, like, because it will stop. Like, especially if he acting, you know, he can't go from acting to holding the boom. We can't go from head in the seat. But who want to put all that pressure on you? Especially because I can tell you just serious about this movie.
I really want to do this. I want to do it, but because this is something that he's really, really want to do. I really want to put my all into it.
It's what I've been wanting to do, man. Like my whole
life.
Making
me, like, seriously, I'm sitting looking like, because before we came, like, look, when you talk about the movie, you can tell when people passionate in it. Yeah. You're smiling, you're like, it's going to be really good, like, because you're putting your all into it.
I did. Like, I think it's a comedy, you know.
And we need more comedies.
You know, so I think I did good writing it. You know, I really believe I did real good writing it, you know. And I just can't wait for the premiere for everybody else to see my vision and my talent in and I just can't wait to see what other people think of it.
Yeah, and it'll be a job well done though.
Yeah,
Like you,
you know.
and you actually can say like, hey, I stepped out on my fear and my faith.
Yeah, and I made it happen. With my team, of course. But
It don't take about 50 to get no film popping.
No.
It don't take about 50 people to get no film popping.
And I think that was always my fear, like thinking that you need so much money, you need this, you need that. And like I said, when I went on that movie set, and I was just looking like, man, like he making it happen with way less. You know what I'm saying? And so it motivated me. I think I needed to be there that day to get me to this point where I'm at right now, where it's like, okay, I need to see that to get that fire up under me to be like, you know what?
You can do it. You can do it.
I can do this.
What y'all got any more familiar faces that y'all gonna have to on y'all cast?
Yeah, we got a few, like, we can't really disclose right now because it ain't.
But y'all got some Holly Berries in there? Oh, you ain't got the sign yet. I got you.
So, but I'm gonna say this. Well, Big Dog and Woodward, like, they already do skits and interact with everybody that's somebody in Detroit. So, depending on who be in town or whatever like that while we filming, then we'll know what special guests we're gonna have.
You'll have some good people.
But they ain't even special guests. I think Detroit has some of the most talented actors ever.
Definitely.
So it's like when you shop around here, you gonna win. I don't care if they from California and they be like, oh, well, they be on TV.
Right.
Be like, cause I got some here in my own city that they'll be on your TV cause you done got it on the Prime or something like that, and they just dope. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not even about the A-list actors they got.
As far as all the actors, everybody fresh faces.
Oh, you got fresh face.
All fresh faces.
Yeah, all fresh faces.
Yep.
That'll be the test.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a good thing because I'm gonna love to say that to hear people say I got my start on the Woodward Mack movie, and that's gonna make me feel good.
I feel honored now. I'm sitting here like I got the first interview.
Yeah.
On the Narrative
right?
Club.
The first interview, this gonna be something that we gonna look back at. Like man.
No, they're gonna be looking forward to it. Like they're gonna be like, okay, when this come out? When this come out?
No, this is definitely gonna be interesting, man. I definitely can't wait for the people to see it. And as you said, it gives me a chance to not have to hold the camera and be like, how much time I got on the camera? You know what I mean? So I can just go ahead and cut loose the way I really want Woodward to cut loose.
Then you actually get to see the difference, like
most definitely.
the different work you put into, because one day you may have to come in and hold the camera because you're not filming it that.
Right.
Like one day, that's just when the process when you start off like that.
Because of him, because of me doing that, I learned how to shoot video and edit, just messing around with myself, and then I actually got out there and started shooting music videos, and I was like, damn, that all came from the Woodward Mack. Just one phone, but actually I got cameras like these now, but now from that one phone.
Yeah, that's usually how I start off with everybody. Start with the phone, right?
Yeah, just starting out. Just started with
your
phone.
Then you be like, well, somebody said, go get this. Then somebody say, next thing you got a black magic.
Yeah, but I wasn't even thinking about doing it for no one else, though. You know what I mean?
Just for you.
Strictly for me. It was never for no one else. But I learned, and shit, when the pandemic hit, make some money for it too, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, hey, but no, when we doing this, I will not be saying nothing about no camera work. I don't want to, I'm just going to be in character with Mack more, so.
He's not just going to be Woodward Mack.
I don't care about what the DJ and them handle the camera.
I'm excited for people to see it because I feel like from the Detroit perspective, it's very relatable. You know what I'm saying? If I could say, if that's a term, a Detroit perspective.
Yeah. I guess we should say what the movie's about.
It's an underdog story. You know what I'm saying? Without giving away too much, it's definitely a true underdog story of he's trying to get his pimp hue back.
It's a mojo.
So he got to get his pimp hue back.
So he basically, it's like Woodward was this Mack that was on top of his game.
The Mackiest Mack of all time.
He was the Mackiest Mack that ever Macked in the Mack time. You know what I'm saying? And he lost it. So he trying to figure out how can he get that mojo back. All his girls then left him and ran off and stuff. So it's like he's stuck trying to figure out how he can get back to his glory days. And his protege, which
is years later, by the way.
Yeah. Protege, which is played by me, Linwood, the Mack. And get him.
So wait a
his
minute,
idea.
you in the movie too?
Yeah, I'm co-starring. Yeah, his protege Return Of Woodward Mack get him the idea of trying to buy a strip club.
Oh, okay.
So the whole movie is pretty much about Woodward trying to get this money to get the strip club, but it's hard for him to get it. So he's going through all these different things trying to get the money to get the strip club, and ultimately he ended up doing something to get the money. He ended up, getting the strip club. So it's gonna be interesting just seeing
The different steps
the
he had to
different
take.
steps he got to take to try to get the money, and he go through some stuff too. Like he go through a lot of funny things to try to get the money, and I think that's what's gonna be the interesting part, to see this pimp Mac type dude going through different steps trying to get $50,000 to put down on the strip club.
Getting
With his
himself
old
back there.
school pimp game in
Yeah.
today's time.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And I gotta go through people that I had done wrong in the past to try to get help from.
Yeah.
So what goes up must come down. So now I gotta go across these people again. So that's the funny part.
It's not necessarily he did him wrong. It's just because by him being a Mac, it's like, you took my girl from me, man. I can't mess with you. Or you was used to mess with my mama, man. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Y'all really put a lot of sitcom funny stuff, like just off rip. We not gonna expect it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
get
what
it.
it is. Like I said, it's a comedy, man. And me personally, I always thought of myself to be a silly dude anyway. So when I was writing the movie, I'm just thinking about all these things that I think would be funny, like
For you to see.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this would be funny if he did this, or if he said it like this, like. And I just wrote it and I just put it in there. So that's why I said, like, I'm just excited to see the visual. I want everybody else to see the visual and just see, like, man, this is my thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna say, like, if you into like urban films and comedies and like spoof films, you will see some spoofy stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether you be able to catch it or not, you be like, okay, well, then they do something like this in another movie or like another comedy as well. Like, you're gonna see stuff like spoof.
See different stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
Well, I'm excited for y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm excited. I'm waiting for me to get that the premiere or the premiere day is, or we'll come out and chill with y'all on set too.
Oh, yeah.
Like just, yeah, I like getting the inside pick and look and see like just the vibe of it, because every set be different. Yeah, when I tell you every set be different. Every set be different and every day be different on a different set.
On the set, yeah.
Especially because y'all got new faces.
Yeah.
So Chuck probably called me like, hey sis, can you come down here so I get this? Because we got one. We got one down here. But I thank y'all for coming out on the
Thanks
Narrative
for having us,
Club.
man.
I can't wait. When I seen the name, I'm looking like, but Chuck, you never
We were
know.
supposed to bring Woodward out, but he out there trying to
Woodward.
rustle up on some money right now.
Getting them girls and
He
lines.
said the pandemic is all the PPP money gone. So you gotta
Now that would have been funny though. I'd have been like, what the heck? We would have had giggles and laughs. But I thank y'all for coming out to the Narrative Club and kicking it with me and letting me know about this new project. Like I said, a done project is already a one project.
Right.
Amen.
I appreciate you for having us. And hopefully
We'll be back.
again.
Oh yeah, I always bring y'all back to discuss it.
For sure.